Good evening once again. I'm Steve Kornacki in for Brian Williams, who has the night off. Day 1,322 of the Trump administration and 62 days now until the presidential election. And the two candidates were on the attack today, each on the campaign trail, each in a city called Wilmington, though each in a different state. Trump made a quick visit to the battleground state of North Carolina, while Biden stayed in his home state of Delaware. The former vice president took aim at Trump's handling of the pandemic.
American families all across this country are paying the price for his failures. Failure to take this virus seriously. Failure to provide clear national science-based guidelines. Failure to take steps we needed. And failure to model even basic responsibility. He's offering nothing but failure and delusions.
In North Carolina, the president was again mainly focused on the outbreaks of violence that have erupted in several cities throughout the summer. Trump again tried to link a potential Biden presidency to lawlessness and chaos.
This is the most important election in the history of our country. We're running against people that have got some big issues. They've got some big, big problems. They're stone cold crazy, and we have to keep our country. And as you know, Joe Biden, he doesn't have a clue. They're anarchists. They're anarchists. They're agitators. They're looters and rioters. We love our police. We love law enforcement.
Just a few hours ago, the president said he had taken a controversial step that could have a big impact on several large cities governed by Democrats. He announced that he signed a memo ordering the government to begin the process of defunding four major cities, saying this on Twitter, quote, "My administration will do everything in its power to prevent weak mayors and lawless cities from taking federal dollars while they let anarchists harm people, burn buildings, and ruin lives and businesses. We are putting them on notice today." These new guidelines require the Department of Justice to put out a list of what it calls, quote, anarchist jurisdictions in 14 days. Federal agencies must detail all funds provided to the cities of Seattle, Portland, Oregon, New York City, and Washington, D.C. And the Office of Management and Budget must issue guidance on restricting funds 30 days from now. Tonight, the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, dismissed the threat, saying that the president, quote, is not a king. But the attorney general indicated he's ready to follow through. During an interview earlier this afternoon, William Barr appeared to back up his boss's allegations that there are people flying around the country trying to carry out violent acts.
We received numerous reports of individuals coming from Portland, Washington, Seattle, and several other cities to come into Washington for the specific purpose of causing a riot.
Today in North Carolina, Trump also suggested to supporters that they potentially vote twice in the upcoming election, once by mail and once in person.
600,000 people could vote by absentee in this state. Are you confident in that system?
Well, they'll go out and they'll vote, and they're going to have to go and check their vote by going to the poll and voting that way, because if it tabulates, then they won't be able to do that. So let them send it in and let them go vote. And if their system's as good as they say it is, then obviously they won't be able to vote.
Casting multiple ballots in an election is a federal election crime. This afternoon, Attorney General Barr seemed to echo the president's words.
What he's saying is he's trying to make the point that the ability to monitor this system is not good. We haven't had the kind of widespread use of mail-in ballots that's being proposed. This is playing with fire. We're a very closely divided country here. And if people have to have confidence in the results of the election and the legitimacy of the government, and people trying to change the rules to this methodology, which as a matter of logic is very open to fraud and coercion, is reckless and dangerous. And the people are playing with fire.
Tomorrow, both presidential candidates will be in key battleground states. Joe Biden will be traveling to Kenosha, Wisconsin, 2 days after Trump's visit there. The Biden campaign says that, unlike Trump, the candidate will be meeting with the family of Jacob Blake. President Trump will be visiting the critical state of Pennsylvania.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.